Hello Internet people and welcome to Vlogmas Day 10 and another episode of Friday Sews. So today is going to be a little bit of a recap of the first week of Vlogmas. I'll be telling you about what I've been working on, my upcoming plans, and a little bit of a life update. I don't know about you, but I am having such a hard time keeping up with Vlogmas. So if it's as hard for you as it has been for me, well, then this is a great video for you. So you can catch up with me all in one place and you can go back and watch whichever videos of the last week interest you. So thank you as always to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and make sure to check out all the other Friday sewers by using the hashtag Friday Sews. Also, last year, I came up with the idea of using the hashtag SewVlogmas, S-E-W Vlogmas, for my Vlogmas videos. And this year, I've extended the invite. So if you're looking for more sewing-related Vlogmases to watch, make sure to check out the hashtag. And if you have a sewing-related Vlogmas, feel free to use the hashtag so that we can all find each other, and it's easy to find all the sewing related Vlogmases in one place in the sea of Vlogmas out there on YouTube. I know there's tons and tons of different Vlogmases out there. So first things first, let's open day 10 of the Kylie and the Machine Advent Calendar. Let's see here. Oh, things are falling out here. Day 10. Here we go. Day 10. All right, let's see what we've got here. They say make, how cute is that? Adorable. All right, so let's talk about what I've been working on. I'm almost finished with my True Bias Marlo sweater. I'm wearing it here. I made it out of this rust-colored stretch knit from Minerva.com. The only things I have left to do for it is put on the buttons and edge stitch around the neckband. I also need to fix a couple of little holes because I cut the notches too deep at the back of the armhole. Is anyone surprised by that? But anyways, let me give you a better look at it while I still have the light here. So I made a size 16, which is for a 42.5-inch bust. My bust is 42. And I was toying with the idea of going down a size since the finished garment measurement has like 8 inches or something of ease in the bust. But I decided to go with it as is anyway, because then I can just make any changes in the future versions and I know exactly how it fits straight out of the envelope or straight off the printer. And I'm really happy with it so far. It's very cozy, it's very oversized, and I haven't really played with it with any outfits yet, but I can see it being a really comfortable layering piece, like over leggings, very casually, or maybe like a dress or something like that. You're gonna have to imagine it with buttons and the strings clipped off, but I think you can get the idea. It was really quick and easy to put together. I didn't really have any trouble with the pattern or the construction, but I will say one thing. I really took my time on this one to try and avoid the wavy serger seam thing. Back in November, I made a toaster sweater out of a similar kind of stretch knit. It was sort of quilted, kind of similar to this one. And the seams got all wavy, which I attributed to my serger settings not being quite right with the differential feed. So I spent some time making some samples for this one to make sure that my differential feed was set just perfect before starting to sew. And I thought I'd gotten it just right. However, the instructions have you stretch the waistband to fit while you're sewing them or sewing it. And I feel like that stretching as I was serging caused the waistband seam to get wavy. And everything I've read says not to stretch while serging to avoid wavy seams. So I don't really know. I haven't had a chance to fully like think through it, so I'm not really sure what the deal is. I haven't had a chance to research or anything like that, but I thought I'd point it out anyways. I don't think I've seen it be a problem on anyone else's version, so I'm kind of at a loss about it really, and maybe I just need to use a sewing machine instead of a serger on it. But anyways, I really like it overall still, and I'm already thinking about making the cropped version, or at least maybe a version that's a little shorter than this one. Maybe in between the cropped and the long version. We had a very lively debate in my comments about what buttons I should use for this sweater, and I had pulled out all of the buttons that were the right size for my stash, and I asked for everyone's opinions on which button I should choose. In the end, I decided that I was going to just look online and find the perfect button elsewhere. But this kind of got me thinking about stashes, the stashes that we keep in our sewing rooms as sewists. And I feel like for me, every time I try to use something from my stash that I've acquired in the past, like buttons or something like that, it's just never quite the right thing for the project that I'm doing, and I end up buying something new for the project anyways. Now the irony on that, it's not lost on me that the button that got the most votes for this sweater, I decided was too nice and fancy to use on the sweater, and I wanted to save it for something different instead of just going ahead and using it since I had it. But anyways, I guess when I'm thinking about stash management and what I should keep in my sewing loft on hand, I think personally it's maybe kind of a waste for me to pre-buy things and keep a lot of things around in the hopes of using it someday. Especially for things that are like design choices, like buttons or trim or something like that. You know, things like bias tape are always handy. And I guess I could see if you had a very, very large stash of things, it's like having a store and you'd be able to find exactly what you're looking for. But I personally, I do not have the space for that. And some of the oldest fabric in my fabric stash I've had for years and years, and I can't seem to find the right pattern to go with it. And I've tried and I've tried and I've pulled it out multiple times for different patterns, and it just never seems to work out. And that fabric is part of the reason why I say that I don't like to buy fabric without having a plan for it. So anyways, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What's your stash situation? Are you pro stash? Do you find it overall useful to have a large stash of things like buttons? Do you not end up using the things from your stash like me and end up buying something new for different projects? Or do you actually end up using it all? And what are your secrets for that? So anyways, let's talk about upcoming plans. I'm almost ready to start my Mccalls 7974 for the Little Red Dress project hosted by Renata from Twilight Stitcher. I'm making view B. I got the fabric in and it is so much better than I thought it would be. You might remember I was saying that I actually bought this fabric a couple years ago and then ended up returning it because I didn't like the quality of it. But I'm happy to report that it did arrive. It's this crepe back satin and I'm happy with it. I mean, it's not like luxury fabric or anything. It's from fabric.com/Amazon, but I think it'll work for this project just fine. So far, I've made a total of 4 muslins for this project to get the right fit. I have a whole video about it if you're interested. And now I'm actually debating on another quick muslin because after the 4th one, I decided I wanted to raise the neckline up just a bit. And I just don't feel confident about it yet. And I'd rather do another muslin than go to all that effort to make a dress and have it not come out right. And I know it's like so tedious to do muslins and it's like not my favorite part, but I have faith that it will pay off in the end, or at least that is what I'm gonna tell myself. Okay, let's see what else. So I'm also still waiting on the fabric for the hashtag I'm So Festive challenge hosted by Simply Delilah and Gaddy Sews. I'm planning on making another Pattern Scout Comfy lounge set for that one. FedEx has decided to hold my package hostage, and don't even get me started. FedEx and I are not friends right now, so we're just gonna leave it right there. It's been a thing. Let's move on to a life update. I'm all Vlogmas all the time over here. There's not much time for anything else lately, but the Christmas countdown is on and I'm hoping to start the getting ready for Christmas process soon. My Christmas tree is in that box there. And I'm hoping to get our Christmas decorations put up here in the next few days. We don't have a ton of decorations. It won't take very long since our place is so small. We just have a little tree and a few things here and there that I put out. And I usually like to decorate around this time in December as opposed to earlier, but man, I feel like everyone has had their decorations up since Thanksgiving weekend and I feel a little late to the party. I'm feeling like my house is not very festive, so we're gonna get on it here pretty soon. And also I don't take my decorations down until after New Year's, so anyways, there you go. I have to get started on my Christmas shopping. Haven't even started that, barely started that, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, nothing too exciting to report here. I've just been really busy focusing on making good videos for Vlogmas, and I hope that my internet people are enjoying them. And it's so funny, I started with the internet people greeting last year when barely anybody watched my videos. So whatever views I got were from like really anonymous people or probably bots out there in the abyss of the internet. Anyways, it sort of became my thing now, and I just want to say thank you for everyone watching my videos and commenting on my videos, and for putting names and stories to all of my internet people out there. So I really appreciate it. And one last thing before I go, I wanted to actually do a Q&A for one of my Vlogmas videos. I don't know when exactly it will be, but I wanted to tell you about it so that if you have a question for me, sewing related or otherwise, go ahead and leave them in a comment here down below. I won't respond to it here, but I will save it for the Q&A video. And I'm not really sure what people might want to ask me, but I figure I'll give it a whirl and see what it's like. So I've never done one before, and I can't promise I'll answer all of them, but I will do my best to answer some of them. So that is all I have for you on this lovely Friday. I hope you have a great weekend and have some fun sewing plans for yourself. And I hope you're getting into the festive spirit. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 11.